But guys, after that, we get Punk and Finn, that by far the best match of the night, and by far maybe the best entrance of the night. I did not see
I,
them breaking out serious by the Alan Parsons Project, and I do got just one small critique. I wish he walked out to that music instead of just walked to the back, because they
sure.
could have done that, the end now, and then he comes out and he sits down and does the pounds it. It's clobbering time. Then it hits Cult of Personality. Just my one critique of it, but man, the start of it when it goes black and you hear the music, and the place just goes bananas, because that was they of the four matches of that night, they were the most into that match. They were into
Mhm.
AJ because even though she's not from Chicago, but that's now
Right.
her hometown. And they slowly built into the women's match. The women got that crowd into that match. They were not in it to begin with, but they slowly got them into it. But they were red freaking hot for Punk and Finn.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, go ahead, Clint.
Well, no, no. I was just going to say, I think it shows that even at his age, I think we should all just be impressed how Punk can basically put on with anybody
Mm-hmm.
and put on a good match
Yeah.
and make it worth. I mean, can you imagine the WWE right now if we didn't have CM Punk?
Yeah.
It'd be worse than what it
Oh,
is,
man.
and
Yeah.
Could
it
you
ain't
imagine
great
Monday Night
now.
Raw?
Man.
Oh, it'd be
No.
terrible.
So yeah, I'm with. Listen, I that to me, that's why I got a C plus.
Yeah.
That to me, that was the only match I liked all
Yeah.
night was
Yeah.
that
Oh,
match.
oh yeah. I mean, I want to go back to the entrance as it's sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting, and then all of a sudden when I heard it,
Yeah.
listen, I went back to mine and Clint's childhood. I know you're not from here, AJ,
Yeah.
but I went back to mine and Clint's childhood of what Michael Jordan has meant to me and Clint through our
Oh,
lifetime.
yeah.
And when I heard that, and my son was in there with me, he's like, "What is that, Daddy?" And I said, "That's the greatest entrance of all time."
Yeah.
And of all the wrestling that we've watched and all the entrances, we can go back to Shawn Michaels coming down the zip line. We can come to Stone Cold and all the vehicles that he's drove the ring, or Triple H, what he's drove to the ring and all that. That one right there meant more to me than I think anybody else's.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was just awesome, I thought.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up on the bull with the Bulls on WGM. My sister loved the Bulls, specifically Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen was her guy. But
Right.
so I know all about that. I remember you be eating dinner, you be messing around in your room, and my sister would have the game on next door. You hear that music, you're rushing into her room to watch the introductions.
Sure. And what I thought was cool too, they showed the little I don't know his attributes and CM Punk's, and that's his first time ever wrestling at the United
Yeah.
Center.
He's appeared there before, but he's never
Appeared,
wrestled.
yes,
Yeah.
but he had never wrestled
Never
there. Yeah,
wrestled there. Yeah.
I thought
What
that
is
was
the what's the old place in Chicago
It's
that
not, well,
had such good acoustics that Stone Cold that WrestleMania 13 was in?
it's
What?
where DePaul plays. It's actually,
Yeah,
I
look.
know, I could drive you there right now. I just don't know the name of it, because they tore down the old Chicago stadium to
yeah.
build the United Center. But it's where DePaul plays. The place,
Okay.
for just having like one tenant, and they do have minor league hockey. It's pretty big.
They
Mm.
call it Wintrust Arena.
That's the
Wintrust Arena.
Rosemont Horizon.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go.
Yep, it's a
Well,
suburb of Chicago.
well, you talked about that. Let me just say this. You said that we're waiting and waiting, and then that music hit. I looked it up today. An hour and 20 minutes worth of wrestling. Okay? It was a 3 hour show.
Yeah,
That shows how much wrestling we didn't get
right.
Hmm.
in a 3 hour show with four matches. There was
Yeah,
120 minutes of wrestling, and the rest was not. And
yeah.
somebody said, and they said, well, you had the whole what's the fucking AEW guy we've introduced? What's his name?
Dan Allen.
Dan Housen. That took 6 minutes, so
Yeah,
that wasn't it either. It's
yeah.
running all this bullshit backstage
Hmm.
and all this. You know, I we could have watched that in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
What would have been like
Arch
5 or
rotate and Papa
6?
John's pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we had like 5 or 6 4-minute timeouts.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
But
know.
the match was incredible, though. I mean,
Oh man, they done a great job. I
the
talked to AJ this morning.
yeah.
About it. How Finn kicking him in the face. And like I told AJ Clint at the end,
Yeah.
when Punk was kicking him in the face, he was giving him a couple of potatoes right there, just to let him know, hey, you busted my mouth open pretty good. But thought it was a great match.
Yeah, the chemistry between those two is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Just the way you can tell they're just veterans and they're pros. They know the stage that they're on. They know what's at stake, the world heavyweight title, and they know just how to build a story. And they built it so well. A couple little bumps in the road here and there, but these are two older guys. Punk's almost 50 at this point, and Finn had that one slip up, but you can tell just how good of pros they are. It was just
Mm-hmm.
okay, the slip up, move on to the next thing. Didn't matter.